Hello.
Sir, we have a WhatsApp group. So in this group,
So then why don't you send a couple of messages that we've started? We're waiting for you. Come over, come over, come over, come over.
no, sir, only Gaurav sir is admin, sir.
Actually, I have restricted only admin can post, sir, because after the completion of TEDP, I will open for all, because there are several messages floated by the participant.
Fair enough.
So, okay. So, well, good morning, sir. Welcome all the participants and our keynote speaker in the day 15 of 4-week technology-based entrepreneurship development program focused on by entrepreneurship. Today we have two keynote speakers, Mr. Atul Puri sir and Mr. Partha sir. Mr. Atul Puri sir works closely with the entrepreneurs and business owners to handhold them and transform their business from survival to success. He has been leading a weekly master class on business transformation to educate the business community. He is also the founder of eGrowth, a multi-channel platform for MSME to learn and grow their business. He is the advisory board of MSME Bharat Manch, a platform to empower the MSME and to help them scale up their business. He is an electronic engineer from the Mumbai University, an MBA from the IGNOU, and he has also done a certificate program in competitive marketing from IIM Bangalore. Along the journey, he invested in learning and development to remain relevant through the current times. He has been trained by some globally renowned organizations in core area like sales and marketing and in the domain of transformation and communication. In 2014, he has founded eGrowth, a platform for MSME business, and eGrowth offers opportunity for the international business, customer acquisition, and business promotion. eGrowth has a global business community of 60,000 plus entrepreneurs. So we are very delighted to have Atul Puri sir as a keynote speaker, and we are requesting you to kindly start the session, sir. Over to you.
Thank you, sir. So let us give a big round of applause to Dr. Gaurav. He is the person behind this entire program. All right. Had he not been there, none of you would have been participating in this program, nor I would have gotten an opportunity to speak to all of you. So thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Gaurav sir, for really thinking and putting it into action. All right. So do you get my acknowledgement?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible.
All right. Thank you. Okay. So are we expecting some more people? I'm wondering, 15th day, we are at 18 people, 16 participants, I believe.
Sir, the more participant will join, sir, shortly.
I know.
Yes, sir.
Breakfast got delayed, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so do you want that we start or we have some conversation? You can write your answer in the chat box.
Let's start.
Let's start. Okay, so what's the topic for today?
It's competitive marketing.
All right. And what do you understand by competitive marketing?
That how to compete with the other players that are in the same domain as ours.
Okay, what else?
How we perform analysis, risks, strategy, and others management skills we involved in our business, which is not used by them. That means competition.
Okay, and why is important to be competitive in the market?
So we can, ahead of them.
And why do you want to be ahead of them?
To sustain or exist our businesses in the market.
So you just want to exist in the market, is it?
And also innovation is required to go ahead and this kind of strategy, sir.
Yeah.
So that competition will be less and we can fall into the blue ocean.
So are you trying to say that all the words that you learned, you'll just put them together, right? Blue ocean, stay ahead, be competitive, be sustainable, exist. Is that how it is? Hello?
Sir, I did not get your question. Can you repeat?
I said that I understand that you heard the word blue ocean, so you put that. You also understand that we're talking about competitive marketing, so competition is about competing with others. So is it just that putting all those words together, is that what you are doing, or you have some specific thoughts behind it?
Oh, no, sir. Specific thought behind it, sir, because as per my knowledge is that business is about solution of the people, so that people get better life and better facility with cheaper price, so that we can serve the human being in our society, that is India, sir.
Great. Okay, so stay with these thoughts and we'll build further on them as we go further. All right. So good morning, everybody. Thanks for taking time out. Today, we'll be talking about the competitive marketing scenario. And I hope you have a great time. So what we're going to cover today, why business transformation, what's competitive marketing, and what are the choices that you have. Is that fair? So let's start with why business transformation. This is something what we had covered last time also when I was here, but I'm repeating for a very specific reason, that we are in a dynamic world. The environment is changing by the hour, not even by the day. And that is why we've got to be on our toes. We've got to be very present. Okay. So let us look at this transformation over the years. So year 2000, this is how we used to conduct business. We used to participate in physical events. We used to shake hands to do business. We used to pick up the phone and speak to people. Yellow pages used to be there. We used to send letters. Newspaper used to be pretty predominant. All right. And internet had just about come in. Okay. In the later years, we started calling this as brick and mortar world. But at that point in time, that was the reality, or the only reality, how we used to conduct business. By 2015, we graduated from the brick and mortar business to the digital world. A lot of logos, what you see on the right-hand side, they started appearing. Internet started becoming more and more stable and more viable. Many businesses started to make money on internet. And then by 2022, from digital world, we graduated to the always connected world, or always on world. We had established players like Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, and Google. 4 of them put together, it is FANG, F-A-N-G. And they incidentally have the largest amount of data on this planet. And they are able to get analysis which will tell them what is the kind of buying the customer would do in future as well. And in this last 6 months, some amazing developments have happened. Some of the terms which were there in the R&D labs or inside the IT companies, those have come to the forefront, and those have become general, regular day conversations. Artificial intelligence, machine learning, augmented reality, virtual reality, metaverse, Internet of Things, blockchain, generative AI, and the likes. So we've the difference or the play between humans and machines has increased many folds. This is how business has been growing, has been evolving. So earlier we used to compete with other companies. We used to compete with other human beings. Today, in the real sense, we are also competing with the machines, which are man-made. Is that interesting? If that is something interesting, write in the chat box. Compete with the machines. Or just write machines, that should be good enough for you to remember. Now, what has changed? The speed of business has changed. Real-time response is the bare minimum that is expected. The man-machine interface has changed. A lot of our processes are automated. Analytics has become much more important and much more sophisticated. And all what we do has to be precise. We are in the data-driven economy today. I won't say no scope of error, but very little scope of error. Because if we commit a mistake, the competition will take over, or the customer will take some other solution that may or may not be our competition. So we don't get too many chances. We don't get too much time to really think, plan, and act. This is what has changed. The entire business scenario has changed. The impact of this is that there is no cover up. A lot more data is available today, and data speaks in black and white. We are in an era where internet is the karma bhumi. There is no running away from technology. This is time to transform or perish. I know many of you are still to even think of getting into business. But you've got to come with strong thinking, because the old ways don't work. The manner in which business used to be conducted when we were growing up, it does not happen like that anymore. Even the ABC has changed. This is the ABC that we learned when we were in our kindergarten. And this is how ABC is becoming today. A for artificial intelligence, B for blockchain, C for climate change, D for data and cloud, E for ESG, F for Facebook, G for Google, H for hashtag, I for IoT, J for Geo, K for KFC, and L for LGBTQIA++. So the dynamics in the market are changing every day. We can take it right to Z. And there will be some more interesting terms over there. So we are living in the VUCA world. All right. So the three dynamics of your business are your company, customer, and competition. So at any given time, you've got to be competitive so that customer chooses you. Whether he chooses you over the competition or otherwise, you are playing a game where you get selected more often. Just a moment. So this is time to transform or perish. There is information overload today. So how much soever we want, we cannot deal with all the possible information, possible theories which are there. So though we are talking about times where we need to be specialists, we are in times where it is impossible to master anything. and yet we've got to deliver. Old business models have crashed. So we've got brand new business models. Blinkit did not exist 5 years back. Jio was not there 10 years back, 15 years back. UPI was not there 10 years back. Policy Bazaar was not there. But the solutions that they are providing, those were still there. So imagine the solutions in a new avatar can still be possible. You've got to think through. And we are in times when platforms have overtaken standalone stores or businesses. Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, and Google, while they are giving opportunity to many new businesses, they are also the reason for many businesses to close down. This is why you need to be competitive. So before I talk about myself, what is it that you've got so far? Can I have some sharing, please? Hello?
Yes, sir.
अभी तक क्या ओपन हुआ? Guys, are you with me?
And dear participant, please be interactive. Yes. Vineet, we should keep transforming. There is some response, sir. They do not want to unmute themselves.
So let me give you a secret. When you speak up in such opportunities, you become more competitive. So are you willing to be competitive? Hello? Okay, your call. You missed an opportunity. All right. So here's something about me. I am somebody who loves high performance, and I keep on challenging myself. This is how I look like. Let me see. So there are 2 yeses. Okay. These are some of the companies that I've worked with. So I've worked in the public sector, I've worked in the private sector, I've worked with the MNCs, I've worked in the startup space, and I run my own startup. And then I started working on a platform called eGrowth. The reason for existence of eGrowth is to empower and enable small businesses. While the big businesses, they've got enough resources and clout, they are able to do whatever they want. The small businesses need a lot of support. And what I thought was, what is it that I can do such that I am a part of the solution rather than being a part of the problem? That is what got me to work on eGrowth. All right. Like all others, I also picked up some awards during my journey. One of those which I'm really very passionate about is this one. This was for year 2010, and I got 142% achievement of my sales quota. When you have such numbers, you definitely competitive in the market. All right. I graduated from Mumbai University as an electronics engineer. I did my MBA from IGNOU, and I also did a program in competitive marketing from Indian Institute of Management, Bangalore. Right now, I'm on the advisory board of MSME Bharat Manch, which is a platform for small businesses to help them grow. And we give solutions of all kinds, whether those are related to finance, technology, hand-holding, otherwise. I'm also the chapter director for a platform called Startup Grind for Gurgaon. Startup Grind happens to be the world's largest community for startups. They've got around 600 chapters across the globe. I'm also a charter member with TIE for Delhi NCR. I'm also an author, having published 2 books, Golf Mastering Business Success and Opportunity, The Journey from U to Yes. Opportunity, A Journey from U to Yes is available on Kindle. You can take it from there. A few things that I did along the journey was that between 2017 and 19, I traveled around 80,000 kilometers across the country so that I could get a pulse of the market. Till date, I've interviewed more than 10,000 entrepreneurs, manufacturers, service providers, people into international business, startup founders. I've trained more than 1,500 entrepreneurs, and I've coached 100 of them. And I have helped around 20 of them with their implementation journey. So this was a little bit about myself. eGrowth is the platform which I've created. MSME Bharat Manch, I'm part of it. And TIE as well as Startup Grind. You can be a part of all of them. You can just visit them and see how you want to be associated. All right. Now coming to competitive marketing strategy. So are you interested in being more competitive? If your answer is yes, please write in the chat box, yes. Let me see how many of you are interested. Okay, 1, 2, 3. If it is just 3, 4, only 4. So while you make up your mind, let me move on. So we're talking about competitive marketing. So first, let us decipher what is marketing. Okay. Now, before we get into marketing, let us get into what is sales. Sales is the only function in business which gets money in. Rest all the functions drain money. They eat money. They consume money. And what is marketing? Marketing is all about creating an environment for sales. Sales is an outcome of effective marketing. If you have done good marketing, the numbers, the sales numbers, or the figures of sales will show. And if the figures of sales are not showing, that means the marketing has not been effective. Does that make sense? And one more thing, sales is not marketing. Very often we do say sales and marketing, but no, marketing is something different and sales is something different. As I said, sales is an outcome of marketing. The fallout of great marketing is great sales numbers. Marketing includes multiple things. Okay, it is internal marketing. See, within the organization also you need to sell yourself. That is marketing. It covers 4 P's: product, price, place, promotion. It covers customers, channel, and partners. These are the external stakeholders. And it also covers things which can't be seen: ethics, environment, legal and community issues, compliances. It covers all of them. This is what marketing is all about. So marketing is so much and marketing is nothing. All right. Now, what all can be marketed? Before I show this to you, let me ask from you. Please unmute and share what all do you think can be marketed? Hello? किस किस चीज की मार्केटिंग की जा सकती है? Hello?
Yes, sir. Everything, sir. Everything.
बहुत बढ़िया. Everything में क्या क्या आता है?
If I want a job, so I can give a speech on what are the skill I have. If I sell my product, what are the SOP of that product. Similarly, if I approach someone to
So
join
what
my
is the
company,
SOP of product?
like suppose we have a one, like suppose
What is
I
the full form of SOP?
sir, unique selling of unique selling unique point, or I forgot it, sir. So
Right.
can you say,
So what you are saying is the unique selling points, those are
unique?
USP. Okay.
Yes, sir. USP, SOP. Sorry, sir.
And what you said was SOP is the standard operating procedures.
Yes, yes. I sir. Sorry.
Right. No worries. But well tried. So what else can be marketed?
Connection, like how the product connects with the people, how it empathizes with the user.
Okay. What else?
Features, sir. Features of the product.
So features of the product, is that marketing or is that sales? Or is that both?
So I think marketing.
Hmm? In what case is it marketing and in what
Maybe I am
case?
wrong.
No, you need not be wrong, but I'm saying in what case is it marketing and in what case is it sales?
So marketing that these are the features which comes under marketing, and sales means we have said these units in this quarter.
Sorry, I'm losing you. Your
Second quarter, so
connection is
that
not very stable.
in this way. Hello, now is it good, sir?
Yeah, it is good off and on. Yeah. Hello. Okay, let me just share what all is it that we can market. So we can market goods, we can market services,
Yes,
experiences, events, persons, places, properties, organizations, information, ideas. Okay. So there are so many different things which can be marketed. And marketing is all about spreading the good word around so that people intend to buy. The outcome of marketing is their intention to buy. All right. Now there can be value-based marketing, wherein you create goals. And the goals are to create customer value. A customer will be willing to buy only if he sees value in the product. And the customer will be willing to buy your product if you are able to differentiate your product from somebody else. And you use the USP, unique selling proposition, to differentiate your product from somebody else's. The goal of marketing is to create value for all stakeholders. The different stakeholders in a business can be customers, channel partners, employees, the management, the investors, all of them are stakeholders of the business. And the job of marketing is to create value for all of them. All right. That means if you are doing great marketing, it will show in the stock market if you are a listed company. It will show in the amount of stock that is lying out there in the market. If you're doing great work, the channel partners will be glad to work with you. What are different types of value? There is functional value, which can be quantifiable. Then there is social value, which is linked to the status. Emotional value, how you feel. Epistemic value, novelty or one-upmanship. Do you give your customer an opportunity to talk something different from others, wherein he or she can show that he's better than others? So there are people who travel to exotic locations, or maybe they go for holidays on cruise, and they will come back and share this. This gives them an opportunity to talk about themselves, that they are doing something what everybody else is not doing. Right? And then there is conditional value. Conditional value is something which is applicable only at a certain moment. For example, if you're traveling to Europe, then buying a travel insurance makes sense. Because just in case if you fall ill over there or you need any medical assistance, without an insurance, it will be very, very, very expensive. And once you're back in India, after that, it is not of any good. So that's why travel insurance is conditional value. It is only when you're traveling abroad, not otherwise. Right? Now, value proposition canvas. Have you heard of value proposition canvas? I think yesterday or day before you did the business model canvas, right? Yeah. So Vineet and Priyadarshini and Dr. Shweta, can you please, one of you please unmute and share what do you understand by value proposition canvas? And why should you work on the value proposition canvas?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir, value proposition canvas, with it we identify the what value it creates for the customer or end user. So by implementing our idea or our bench, our startup idea in it, we can like assess what is the value creation, how does the our product solves the pain points of customer, and we can identify and list them in that.
Okay. What else? What is so special about value proposition canvas? Why should you invest your time in it? Dr. Shweta, Priyadarshini, can you please share? Let us hear from you. Hello.
Yes,
please.
sir. Good morning. This is Priyadashni.
Yeah,
Maybe
Priyadarshini.
because that's how we could improve the product or the service that we deliver to the customers, something like that.
Okay.
Value, what portion is like important to the business, or how could we even more reach the customers better? How could we serve their needs or
Okay.
improve as per the customer needs?
Okay.
How
So
do
what
we?
are the two most important blocks in the customer business model canvas?
So I found every blocks to be so important for that, but
So if I may ask you revenue, so in that one of the blocks is revenue and one of them is costs, right?
okay.
So if you don't have a customer, will you have any revenue?
No,
And if you don't have a product, will you have any costs?
no way.
If you don't have a customer, will you have any channel?
No.
If you don't have a customer, will you have any partners?
No.
So what
So
is
you're
the most important piece in a business?
So basically the product and the customer.
The product and the customer, right?
Yes.
And what does the product provide?
What does the product provide to the customer?
Yes.
Might be a solution for a problem. Like since we are hearing this problem, solution, business plan, no, the terminology is like that for me.
Fair enough.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Great. Thanks for putting your neck on the block.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, Dr. Shweta, you want to share? Dr. Shweta left, is it? Okay. So, Vineet just answered value, right? And Kuldeep said it's the main asset. Customer, no business. Fantastic. So, according to me, I will not say that this is the gospel truth. But according to me, the two most important things in a business is the customer and the value. The entire business revolves around who the customer is and what value are you creating and delivering to the customer. Rest everything else falls in place to deliver this value to the customer. Does that make sense? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Now it is it is not only important, it is critical, it is urgent, it is the most important thing for you to understand your customer. If you don't understand your customer, you will not be able to create something of value for your customer. Does that make sense?
True, sir.
And if you understand your customer well, and you're creating something of value for the customer, you are also creating something called as a competitive advantage. If you understand your customer well, your customer will have a bias towards you, which the competitor will not have. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. Special preference.
Yeah.
Even when we experience it when we go to a shop or somewhere, when we are treated good or when the quality is really good, when the customers don't hesitate to pay amount extra, but still they get the good service and the product.
Beautiful. So, do you have a boyfriend?
Yes, I'm a family woman.
Huh?
I have kids too.
Fantastic, right? Now,
Yes.
just consider this man of your life.
Okay.
How much do you understand him?
Sometimes I feel I understood good, and sometimes yet to get understand more.
Perfect. That's a lifelong exercise, right?
Yeah.
But just consider that you know this man the best, maybe after his mother, which can be contentious, right?
Yes. True.
Right?
Yeah.
And now, since you know him so much, you are so much interested in him,
Okay.
you are able to provide, so you may call it service, but you are able to provide him all what he needs, right? The love, affection, romance, everything.
Yeah.
That is a result of you knowing him.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes. Yes. Practical sense.
You went to the extent of bearing children for him.
Yes.
Amazing, isn't it?
True.
So business is like this. What
Okay.
if we are in a romantic relationship with our customers?
Wow. Lovely relationship then it is.
In some time, Dr. Gaurav will throw me out. He'll say that I got you to teach students and now you are teaching them mills and booms.
No, actually, this is also very important for everyone. Even though we are not like we are into the very initial stage of business, this is very important.
See, this is important. If your customer or your prospect has this kind of a relationship with you, he feels one with you, he will not go anywhere. He will come and tell you what he needs.
True. At sometimes maybe if we are wrong, also they'll be there to correct us or help us, telling that no, you could improve like this.
Absolutely. So if you have a great bank account with them, they will come. When I'm saying bank account, emotional bank account with them, they will come and tell you this is what I need.
True.
Right?
Yes.
So now, if you liked this story, write in the chat box romance.
Sir, early in the morning, students.
They will remain awake the entire day. ये क्या हो गया? ये किसको पकड़ के लाया आज सुबह सुबह? गौरव सर, ऐसे बंदों को मत लाया करो, हमारा दिमाग खराब कर देते हैं ये, दिल भी खराब कर देते हैं, मौसम भी बारिश वाला है. Right? But just consider, the more you invest in knowing your customer, the greater competitive advantage you would have. When you know what makes your customer feel happy, those are the gains for your customer. What the customer resists are the pains that the customer has. And what exactly the customer wants to do, those are the customer jobs. If you know this, and on top of it, you also know the psyche, the emotions, the feelings, the different states of mind of your customer, and in your offering, you map those to the customer. Do you think the customer will go anywhere?
No.
Not even a single person has written romance in the chat box. Kaise chalega? That is competitive advantage. So if I get, there are 29 people here. So if I get 10 people writing romance in the chat box, I will give you a free capsule. How do you create romance with your customer? 2, 3. Just 3. So then just R. 4. O. Just 4. Rest, everybody's sleeping, is it? Okay. Now this one, Arindam will go and have a romance in the church, is it? Or a pagoda? Okay.
No, sir. When I type romance, automatically this emoji has
No worries.
come. That's why.
Okay, okay. So let me give you a word called care, C-A-R-E. Okay. This is something which will give you competitive advantage, C-A-R-E. Okay. When you care for your customer, you will build competitive advantage. Now, care has a full form to it. E is E-M-P-A-T-H-Y, empathy. Okay. R, you may want to write romance, but R is relationship. So if you build a relationship with your customer, the customer is not going anywhere. A is affinity. Okay. Now C is a hot one. C is what? A 5-star from my side, if anybody is able to guess what is C. Tick, tick, 1. Tick, tick, 2.
Let me think, sir. Let me.
Think. Anuj, C, customer is already given. We are talking about the customer. Tick, tick, 3. Okay, gone. C for cuddle. You know what's cuddle? When you are in a
Yes,
romantic relationship, you want to be in a cuddle all the time. Imagine your customer is in this experience that you're cuddling him, a bear hug or whichever hug, right? Then you have a competitive advantage. Kuldeep, what is no?
Sir, this is I know first time.
Even I came to know of it first time, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So we were just looking at what is marketing all about. So far, we were just talking about marketing. Let's move to the next piece, which is strategy. What is value delivery? Okay. 7 steps to strategic marketing. The first one is objectives. What is it that you want to achieve? If you don't know where you are going, then you will never reach anywhere. Make sense? Second is analysis. Market analysis, internal analysis. Third is marketing strategy. Fourth is execution. Fifth is feedback from the market. Sixth is the marketing structure. And 7th is the go-to-market plan. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right. So this is how you would create a competitive marketing strategy for yourself. And this is an ongoing exercise. It is not that you've done it today, you're done with it. The dynamics. So there are so many different things that you need to look at in the competitive marketing strategy. Competitive landscape. Who are the competitors in the market? Now, if I ask you, whom does Coke compete with? Coca-Cola.
Pepsi. PepsiCo.
What? Okay, what else?
If you
Amul.
What
Amul, yeah,
Amul?
Amul also beverage.
How come Amul?
Sir, Amul Cool, Amul Lassi, Amul Juice, Real
Fantastic.
Juice.
Fantastic. Real juice is not Amul. Real juice is Dabur.
Okay.
What else? What else? You're on the right track, by the way.
Parle Fruity.
Parle Fruity. What else?
सर टेस्ट एंड क्वालिटी एंड एप्पी फीस भी तो सर उसकी पार्लेगी सर
ठीक है फिर और
एंड सर ओल्ड है सर
तो आप नहीं, कोक हर उस चीज के साथ compete कर रहा है जो आपकी प्यास बुझाता है.
यस सर
कोक हर उस चीज के साथ compete कर रहा है जो आपकी प्यास बुझाता है. तो आपकी प्यास क्या क्या बुझाता है?
सर
पानी. बिल्कुल सही.
ब्लेसरी सर एक्वाफिना
वो तो सब ब्रांड्स हो गए ना. पानी बिटा रहा ना आपके.
यस
नल से जो पानी आ रहा है वो भी तो बुझा रहा है प्यास आपकी.
यस सर
आपका कोकोनट वाटर भी तो आपकी प्यास बुझा रहा है ना, नारियल का पानी।
यस सर।
गन्ने का रस भी आपकी प्यास बुझा रहा है, नींबू शरबत भी प्यास बुझा रहा है, कभी कभी बियर भी आपकी प्यास बुझा देती है, राइट? हेलो,
राइट सर, राइट राइट।
ये कुलदीप ने
Yes,
तुम्हें
sir.
नो कहने की क्या वो पड़ रही है, क्या कहा नो कहां से आ गया अब?
सर रिलेट नहीं करते ना इस चीज से।
हाँ, तो आप ये देखो कि जी वो कौन सी थी वो कोई ऐड थी ना, दिमाग की बत्ती जला दे,
मेंटोस।
मिंटोस,
मेंटोस, राइट? तो कैन यू सी दिस कि जी जब तक आप अपने दिमाग की बत्ती नहीं जलाएंगे आप कहीं ना पहुंचेंगे ना, पहुंच पाइएगा कहीं पे?
नो सर।
तो जब तो आप you'll really have, so somebody spoke about blue ocean strategy, right? भाई साहब कहना तो आसान है, जब तक आप उस डेप्थ तक सोचेंगे नहीं आप पहुंचेंगे नहीं वहां तक। सेकंड पीस इज स्ट्रेटेजिक एनालिसिस। अब ये सब हमने कह तो लिया कि जी ये कॉम्पिटिटिव एनवायरनमेंट है, उसमें किस स्पेस में वो ऑपरेट करना चाहता है, किस प्राइस पॉइंट पर करना चाहता है, मार्केट क्या कर रही है। फिर इंडस्ट्री एंड कॉम्पिटिटिव एनालिसिस, इंडस्ट्री किस हद तक डेवलप्ड है। फिर कोर कंपिटेंस उनकी अपनी क्या है। अब कोक एज अ कंपनी जो है वो किनले बनाती है ना, क्योंकि पानी बिकता है, बनाती है कि नहीं?
यस सर।
फिर आप देखते हैं कि जी आपकी अपनी कंपिटिटिव एडवांटेज क्या है, आप दूसरे के ऊपर कैसे खड़े होते हैं, दूसरे के मुकाबले में आप बेहतर कैसे हैं। फिर आप अपना पोर्टफोलियो एनालिसिस भी करते हैं, राइट, कि आपकी प्रोडक्ट रेंज कौन कौन सी है। सो कोक है, थम्स अप है, ये अपना लिम्का है, उसमें गोल्डन में क्या है, और उसके बाद में ये भी है अपना किनले भी है, राइट? तो वो फिर अपना पोर्टफोलियो एनालिसिस करते हैं, कौन से प्रॉफिटेबल है कौन से नहीं है। फिर नेक्स्ट आ गया स्वॉट एनालिसिस। स्वॉट एनालिसिस क्या होता है? स्ट्रेंथ्स, वीकनेसेस, अपॉर्चुनिटीज एंड थ्रेट्स। उसके बेसिस पे वो डिसाइड करते हैं कि हाउ डू दे वांट टू पोजीशन देमसेल्व्स। एंड देन ग्लोबलाइजेशन, दुनिया के तौर पर क्या हो रहा है, केवल लोकली नहीं। शायद हिंदुस्तान में शिकंजवी बिकती होगी, नींबू शरबत बिकता होगा, हर जगह नहीं बिकता, राइट? तो ये कुछ आयाम हैं जो कि कॉम्पिटिटिव स्ट्रेटजी में काम आते हैं। तो जब तक आप थोड़ा सा दूर हटकर नहीं सोचेंगे आपको उतना सब कुछ दिखाई नहीं देगा। डज दैट मेक सेंस? हेलो,
यस।
ऑलराइट, नेक्स्ट आ गया एनालिसिस। एनालिसिस में आप एक्सटर्नल एनवायरनमेंट एनालिसिस करते हैं, मेरे बिजनेस के बाहर ऐसे कौन से चीजें हैं जो इंपैक्ट करती हैं मेरे बिजनेस को। कस्टमर एनालिसिस, मार्केट एनालिसिस, हर सेक्शन का एनालिसिस करेंगे, जब जाकर हमें कहीं कंपिटिटिव एडवांटेज मिलेगी, कहीं पर जो है वो दिक्कत होगी, राइट? तो हम उन सब चीजों में से फिर डिसाइड करेंगे हम क्या करना चाहते हैं क्या नहीं करना चाहते हैं। एक्सटर्नल एनवायरनमेंट में क्या आता है? कंपिटिटिव फोर्सेस कौन सी हैं, इकोनॉमिक फोर्सेस कौन सी हैं, पॉलिटिकल एनवायरनमेंट कैसा है, लीगल एंड रेगुलेटरी एनवायरनमेंट कैसा है, इंडिया में कौन से कंप्लायंसेस हैं जो उस कंपनी को जो फॉलो करनी पड़ेंगी, टेक्नोलॉजी कहां पर चेंज कर रही है, सोशो कल्चरल क्या है, राइट? ये सब चीजें जब हम देखते हैं तब जाकर हम एक बड़ी पिक्चर को बना पाते हैं, स्केच कर पाते हैं. Then there are market linkages. We just spoke about customer, company, and competitors, right? So what advantages do our competitors have over us? And how can we sidestep them? What is our relationship with our customer? Are we in a romantic relationship with our customer or not? अगर नहीं है, अगर हमारा कस्टमर हमसे दूर है, तो जाहिर सी बात है वो हमें नहीं सुनाएगा. And how different are we from our competitors? One is how different are we from our competitors, and how do we convey that to our customers? Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Next is competitive positioning. Now, competitive positioning mein there are three places, right? One is what the customer wants, what you have to offer, and what competition has to give. आपकी पोजीशनिंग जो है दो जगह पर हो सकती है. एक आइडियल पोजीशनिंग हो सकती है, एक रिस्की हो सकती है. ये जो रेड वाला सेक्शन है, दिस इज वेयर कंपटीशन इज मोर इफेक्टिव देन अस. और जो ये ग्रीन वाला सेक्शन है, दिस इज वेयर वी आर मोर इफेक्टिव देन द कंपटीशन. आवर आइडियल पोजीशनिंग विल बी वेयर competition does not have an advantage over us. Does that make sense? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
है
sir.
ना?
Yes, sir.
और अगर हम ये रिस्की वाले सेक्शन में जाएंगे तो यहां पर दिक्कत है, क्योंकि हम भी जो ऑफर कर रहे हैं वही कंपटीशन भी ऑफर कर रहा है. तो यहां कस्टमर जो है वो केवल एक चीज के ऊपर खरीदेगा, पैसा. हम डिस्काउंट देंगे तो होगा. Right? So you will have to think through and communicate to the customer that he should buy your services because of your positioning. This is how you position yourself. Does that make sense? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Did something open up for you here? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes. पूछिए पूछिए. Tell me. Hello? Hello?
क्या सर क्वेश्चन दोबारा?
नहीं, मेरा कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं था. अभी किसी ने सर बोला था, मुझे लगा कुछ पूछना है. Okay. Next is customer analysis. So who are our customers? What do they do with our products? What do they purchase? Where do they purchase our products? When do they purchase our products? Why and how do our customers select our products? Why do potential customers not purchase our products? These are some, and I should also tell you one thing. Questions are the answers. आपके पास जितने ज्यादा प्रश्न होंगे उतने ज्यादा ही आपको उचित जवाब मिलेंगे. Does that make sense? Is it okay if I speak a little bit in Hindi? मेरी अंग्रेजी थोड़ी कमजोर है.
हाँ सर.
ठीक है, धन्यवाद. All right. Have you guys worked on the customer persona? Hello? Yes, no, thank you. Have you heard of something
No,
called
sir.
customer? Huh?
Yeah, heard about it and saw it, but never worked on it.
Okay, fair enough. So customer persona is something which will help you identify your customers. आपका कस्टमर कौन है, कैसा दिखता है, क्या उसकी दिक्कत है, क्या उसकी खुशी है, right? So here we are taking the case of a B2C kind of a customer जिसमें उसके demographics हैं. What is the typical name of a customer? उसका typical age क्या है, gender क्या है, marital status क्या है, whether they have children or not, location क्या है, right? And then उसके नीचे उसका psychographic चीज है कि उसका occupation क्या है, job title क्या है, कितना कमाता है, वगैरह वगैरह वगैरह. And then on the top left we've got the goals and values. इस बंदे की लाइफ से अपेक्षा क्या है? What does he want from life? What are his goals and what are the values, set of values that this person has? And on the top right, we've got the challenges and the pain points that this person has. What are his concerns in life? What are the things that stop him in life? And bottom right is objections and roles. When we propose our product to him, what could be his probable objections? And what are the roles for which he would be using our product? क्या कोक वो सिर्फ प्यास बुझाने के लिए यूज कर रहा है और he is drinking coke for status also? He wants to be seen as cool. Is that how it is? And then on the left hand side, what are the typical sources of information for him? So if we want to reach out to him, where should we reach out? Should we reach out to him on Facebook, on LinkedIn, or Insta, on newspaper, or maybe some of the malls? Where can we reach out to him? So this is how we have more information about our customer. The more we know our customer, the closer we can get to the customer. And for being in a romantic relationship with our customer, what do we need to do? Hello?
Care about them. Add
Sorry?
value. So add value and care.
Absolutely care, right? So we need to know them better. सही है ना? तो आप जब मोहब्बत में होते हैं तो आप उस बंदे की क्या लाइकिंग है, क्या उसको पसंद नहीं है, कौन से कलर के कपड़े पहनता है, कौन सी परफ्यूम, कौन सी चॉकलेट, ये देखो गौरव साहब वो कह रहे हैं कि जी काश हमें भी समय रहते ये सब पता चला तो हम डॉक्टरी में ना घुसे होते.
हाँ सर, ये तो है सर. मतलब एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप जर्नी हमारे समय में सर नहीं था. अभी बीएससी में हम लोगों ने इनकॉर्पोरेट किया है बच्चों में, और बहुत सारे एंटरप्रेन्योर डेवलप हो रहे हैं सर.
आपको भी लगता है कि हम भी एंटरप्रेन्योर बन जाए तो बेहतर रहेगा क्या?
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल सर.
All right.
Yes sir.
So देखिए, the purpose of the business is to serve the customer. और आप सर्व तभी कर पाएंगे जब आप उनको जानेंगे, पहचानेंगे. एक मुलाकात में ये काम ना हो पाएगा. Does that make sense? Market analysis. What is the potential and actual size of the market? Market किस गति से बढ़ रही है? At what rate is the market growing? What is the market profitability? Is it a 10%, 15%, 30%, 35%? Do you know at what profit margin does Apple work? Apple is a company which has the highest market cap in this world. $3 trillion. किस प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी पर काम करता है वो, कुछ आइडिया नहीं है तो गेट एन आइडिया सर जी, राइट? व्हाट आर द कॉस्ट स्ट्रक्चर्स? अगर मार्केट का एक्स कॉस्ट स्ट्रक्चर है और आपका कॉस्ट स्ट्रक्चर जो है वो उससे खराब है, दैट मीन्स यू आर इन द रॉन्ग प्लेस. यू नीड टू do something different to be competitive in the market. What are the kind of distribution systems which exist in the market? What are the trends which are there in the marketing today? And what are the key success factors? सही है ना? सही है कि नहीं है?
Yes, sir. It's right.
Yes, sir. Yes.
नेक्स्ट आ गया रिस्क. हमने क्या क्या बोला था? स्ट्रेटजी, एनालिसिस एंड रिस्क. तो रिस्क केवल इतना सा है. मोहब्बत करोगे तो केवल 3 संभावनाएं हैं. पहली संभावना है कि जी शादी हो जाएगी. अगर भावना खूबसूरत होगी तो शादी हो जाएगी. दूसरी पॉसिबिलिटी है ब्रेकअप हो जाएगा. तीसरी पॉसिबिलिटी कि वो वन साइडेड रह जाएगा. इतना ही रिस्क है, इससे ज्यादा रिस्क है ही नहीं लाइफ में. सो हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू हैव वर्कड ऑन स्वॉट एनालिसिस? शुक्र है आपके माँ बाप नहीं सुन रहे हैं, वो गाली मारेंगे मुझे ये क्या समझा रहा. So what do you know about SWOT analysis? Can somebody explain this to me? Hello?
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, sir. So SWOT analysis will be like SWOT analysis can be for our business also, for our personal reasons also, and it can be for competitors also. So SWOT
Perfect.
analysis is strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So what are our strengths and what are our weaknesses, and how we can convert those strengths into the opportunities, and how we can consider those weaknesses and make sure that that is a threat for us as well as for our business. That way we can map it like here it is written opportunities and threats, and strengths and threats, weakness and opportunities, and weaknesses and threats. So it can be a combination of all that can give us quite deep or technical analysis regarding our business as well as for personal reasons also. And in competitors, we can know what are their weaknesses, and then we can act as we can consider it as an opportunity and apply it into our business.
Perfect. So let us give a big round of applause. This was Aarti, right?
Yes.
All right. So let me just add to what you just said. Strengths and weaknesses are internal to the business. So whether it is business or it is for us as a person or it is for the competition, either ways, strengths and weaknesses are internal and opportunities and threats are external to the business. Does that make sense? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So the first quadrant, which is the green quadrant, this is for us, for me or for my business. When I map my strengths to the opportunities which exist in the market, I will be filling the green quadrant. Make sense? And when I map my strengths to the threats in the market, I am filling the yellow quadrant. When I'm filling the weakness in the market, our weakness and opportunities in the market, that is the orange quadrant. And our weakness versus our threats is the red quadrant. Okay. And what Aarti very rightly said, we also do a SWOT analysis of our competition. Okay. In the SWOT analysis for our competition, these colors will change. The strengths and opportunities for our competition will become red for us. That will be an area where we don't have to step because that is the strength of our competition. And the weakness of the competition and threats in the market, that is green, because that is which is easy area for us. Okay, now let us look at it like this, that for us, anything that falls into the threats and the weakness quadrant, the red quadrant, we must drop it all together. We must not do it at all. And when we look at these two quadrants, which is threats and strengths and opportunities and weaknesses, we have to reanalyze them and either push that to the red quadrant or push that to the green quadrant and clean up these two quadrants. Eventually, we will be left with only one quadrant, which is the green quadrant, which is strengths and opportunities. And this is where we must operate from. Does that make sense? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is how we use SWOT analysis. While we do SWOT analysis for ourselves, we also do it for the competition. In competition, it is the opposite direction. Okay. अब आपके सवाल. Any questions that you have?
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, please.
So, regarding competitive analysis, so
Yeah.
If competitors are available online or somewhere, then we can get some internals about that, like whatever is happening inside their company, that we can get. But if it is new, like it has come into the market since last 2 to 3 years, and it has not posted anything or not present everywhere on internet, then how should we get the information regarding them?
बहुत बढ़िया. कंपटीशन आपको कहाँ मिलता है?
मतलब
कि where do you see competition?
Competition in the same kind of product or same kind of business, whatever we are doing.
I'll repeat my question. Where do you see or where do you meet the competition?
Where do I meet?
Yes.
In the market or
Awesome. Market or where else?
or like exhibitions or somewhere wherever we have gone by chance they can come or something.
Right. So when you meet them in the market, they are doing something in the market, right?
Yes.
So when you observe what they are doing, you get some inferences.
Got it.
There is a certain messaging that they are sending in the market. They are reaching out to your partners in the market. They are speaking to your customers in the market.
Yes.
They are offering inaugural discounts in the market.
Yeah.
They are doing surveys in the market.
Yeah.
They are sending out emails in the market.
Yes.
So all these are points which you need to observe what is happening in the market. Clear?
Got it.
So did you see this? There was this movie called Chak De India.
Yeah.
तो मैं आपको एक चीज दिखाता हूँ. So चक दे का ना एक सीन था जिसमें towards the end there was a penalty stroke. Okay. So in this penalty stroke, the coach, he is looking at the person on the other side.
Yeah.
Right. And then he observes how she is behaving. Okay. So just 1 minute, I'll show you a video and then we'll take it from there. चलो आपको आज एक मजेदार सा वीडियो दिखाते हैं। Read this. Knowing the strengths, weaknesses, and strategies of competitors is essential to fully exploit the strengths of the organization team to overcome the weaknesses and formulate appropriate strategies to exploit the weaknesses of the competitors to win. ठीक है जी?
छिपा बस जाएगा वो नगर बादल पे पाँव है या छूटा गाँव है अब तो भाई चल पड़ी अपनी ये नाव है बादल पे पाँव है या छूटा गाँव है अब तो भाई चल पड़ी अपनी ये नाव है
प्लेयर के पीछे ये कोरिया की है।
ऐसे तो हम हिल भी नहीं पाएंगे, खेलना तो बहुत दूर की बात है। इस तरह की गेम को कौन तोड़ पाएगा?
मैन टू मैन मार्किंग कैसे तोड़ी जाती है सिर्फ तुम जानते। मैच शुरू हो रहा है, जाओ जाओ और तोड़ो। हम ये फाइनल नहीं जीते।
हाँ जी, इसकी हॉकी लेफ्ट साइड पर है और इसके पांव राइट हैंड साइड पे है। ये सीधा देख रही है, या खुदा ये तो सीधा शॉट लेगी। How often do you know your competitor like that?
Not so much.
तो आप जब भी कभी मार्केट में उतरे तो इस तरीके से अपने कंपटीटर को देखिएगा।
Okay.
So thank you for giving me your time. It's a pleasure to reach out to you. I'll be meeting you once again in a couple of days. Do come back. एक नया टॉपिक, एक नया अंदाज। ठीक है जी। गौरव सर, anything else I can do for you?
Sir, thank you so much, sir, for this insightful session, very interactive session and informative session, sir. So we are very fortunate to have you as a speaker, sir. Dear participant, if you have any query, you can ask, because our next speaker has also joined as Partha sensor. So if you have any query, you can ask to Atul Puri, sir. Please unmute yourself. I think
May I?
participant gets sufficiently motivated.
May I?
Yes, yes, please.
Yeah, no, please.
Not as such any specific query, but a huge round of applause for this inspirational talk. But I can say that it's so inspiring because we are just going to enter into this startup era and entrepreneurship kind of thing. So these kind of things really motivate us to go forward, and hopefully I am looking forward to your next lecture as well, so that we can learn more and more, because these things are like a stepping stone, that these small steps are going to create a very huge difference. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for this.
Thank you for your kind words. Can I request all of you to please switch on your video if we can have a screenshot?
Yes, please. Please switch on your camera for a group photograph. For 1 minute, please, at least.
And thank you to all of you who took time out to ask a question. And those of you who are not in a romantic relationship, please get into one.
Only four participants has opened the camera, sir. Only 4.
यार ये भी कोई बात हुई? ये जीना भी कोई जीना है लल्लू? टिक टिक 1, टिक टिक 2, टिक टिक 3. क्या बात है यार. All right, so thank you for your time, and looking forward to see you again.
Thank you, sir.
Bye. Bye. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir. Okay. Okay. So, sir, actually, I left the meeting. So now the time to call the next speaker. Invite the next speaker. Good morning, Partha sir. We are very grateful to have you as a speaker, sir. So, Partha Sensor is an evangelist of responsible AI, applying cloud AI, blockchain, and privacy by design. He is recipient of certificate in the investment performance measurement, that is CIPM. He is selected top 50 for Dialogflow CX component designer by Google in 2021 summer competition. He is ex-HSBC, now core ML and AI engineer, led at the Bay Area startup Ava Solution for the product development of KAI. KAI has received Best Innovation Award in 2022 from 3M. He has published patent in FinTech. He has received Bachelor of Engineering from NIT Surat and Master of Science in Data Science from Northwestern University, USA. So we are welcoming you, sir, to deliver the keynote speech. Over to you, sir.
It's my pleasure being with you all. Probably it's the second time or third time. I'm just connecting again with you all. So it's fantastic. I always been encouraged being with you all.
Sir, we are very thankful to you, sir, because from the busy schedule you have taken up some times for us. So we are very grateful, sir. And feeling honored, sir.
I must appreciate your initiative, and also I must appreciate that all the members, team members who are with you, and even they are working with this. So this is good initiative. I have to appreciate that again. Yeah.
Sir, I have planned one lecture for you from your basic domain. So AI, use of AI in the startup development, in the faculty development program. I will send you the invitation, sir.
I'll be happy. I'll be happy to
Yes, sir.
with you again. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, so let me start.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please.
Okay, now this is probably the things are already discussed about me, so nothing more to waste time here. This is about what presently in one interesting project that I'm advising at this moment to one startup named ESGlytics.io. They are working with ESG. So ESG is a very happening thing. It's about that environment. It's about the social factors and governance of the companies. So this is also part of AI, or we can extend the AI to make carbon-free world. Probably that is the next happening, and this is the starting point of our entrepreneurship journey. Probably all the entrepreneurs, those are working with this. Probably the next big impact would be how you can reduce the carbon, whether it is input or maybe the output as a product. How you can control that, how you can measure that. Probably that is something learning for all of us. But today, it's not about this. We would be discussing more about these three important idea, how we can implement this into our product making, into our entrepreneurship journey. Now, I'm starting this session, but it's always, even I have observed, I have attended a few sessions, not for a long time, but few minutes, and I found that audience are very interactive, and probably this is the best scope. Probably when I was at my age, probably I have missed that opportunity. That time that Indian environment, startup environment, entrepreneurship environment was not so fabulous like today. Now, this is the scope. You can go forward, ask anytime, stop me anytime. I am not probably I'm not a professor, or I am not a lecturer. But I always love to interact. Anybody?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, sir. Sorry for interrupt. Sir, may I know what is the full form of CIPM, or what is the basic of it? Actually, sir, I am not familiar with the terminology CIPM. I have seen that in your LinkedIn CIPM is there, sir.
Are you asking about this CIPM?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What does it?
Okay. Yeah. So this is
Certificate in investment performance measurement.
That is information privacy management. So this is something. This is not very important probably at this moment, but what is important to you, if you ask that question, probably that is good learning for all of us. It's like when we are working with data or working with AI, the important part is the data and the storage of the data. Now, you know that when you are handling the data must be private, or already in India, the bill is already placed in this session, parliament session, this privacy bill is already taken place. Now, we can say that information is very valuable and we have to keep it very private. So this is something my research is like responsible or trustable AI, and that works with privacy of data. So that's why it is one kind of certification or also learning process. That's probably in short. If you are more interested into this, you can connect anytime. My LinkedIn address handle is there. You connect me. I can help you to know more about this. Is it okay?
Thank you. Already I send the connection, sir, over LinkedIn.
Great. Okay. Okay.
Sorry, may I?
Hi.
Yeah, if possible, then you can share it as a full screen, because I think there is no full screen mode. So
sure. Is it good?
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you for giving that attention. Yeah. Okay. Now, I'm starting with this. So anytime you write me, stop me, raise your hand. Now, probably this part is already started with in other sessions. You have already acquainted with this. Like, what is this canvas? Now we can call it BMC, or we can tell it a lean canvas. There are two forms, so must be lean or BMC already been discussed. You were acquainted. Now, out of this, I'm starting with only this part. So rest of the things, it's not very important at this moment, but this is very important for me to start with this, to start this program. Now, you know this part, and you know this part. Yeah. So now here in this part, in this value proposition part, here we would be looking into how your product is something unique, how you are putting the value or bringing the value of that system or the service or product, how it is different from others. Now here that innovation comes this point. Any question at this moment? Okay. Now, so this canvas will help you to make one like your business plan. Now that business plan starts with the high level discussion, or maybe it is a fast level. You don't know what to build, but you are thinking something like, okay, I want to build anything that is related to biotech innovation. So you have that plan. Probably you have that background, you have that knowledge. So you are starting that business. Now you are starting with this canvas, and there you are writing your proposition. And that time you are thinking that this innovation should be with me, so I can go forward. Now, today's discussion, probably next 70, 80 or 90 minutes, whatever the time that we will be spending, we will be discussing more about these three things: how innovation design, how critical thinking, and how the design thinking, three things are connected. Next, how this innovation comes into this play. Especially, I try to build one case. I'm not from the biotech background. I'm investment background. So I have that innovation there, but I'm trying to find out one case that would be helpful to maneuver this entire program. Now, next. When we are thinking about this business plan, probably these things I'm not discussing much about this, but this is something we think of, like the three forces and one trend. What is the market trend all about? For biotech, I know or you all are aware of that, that India is probably the taking the leading role into this sector, because the trend is that. So that trend probably I am mentioning here. So this trend is like, okay, biotech is very trendy. So we can start business, we can get good fund, we have good resources. Government is very much keen to invest into your startup. So probably this is important from that point of view. Now, next I'm coming with, so first, the business plan, that value proposition. From there, you are finding that what kind of value you are imparting into your product or service. So this is something proof of value. Now, when I would be thinking of to prove the value, so what is the meaning of that proof? You understand that you have written down 1-2 sentences in that particular business plan, but you have to prove it. You have to prove it. How you can prove? Probably one question open to all. Can you help me to find out that how you can prove that exactly the value you are writing here, it can be validated? How you can validate? Now, what is the process to validate that? You just chat, or you just write out, or you speak up?
So when the prototype, hello?
Yeah.
So when the prototype will is required, is when the prototype is fulfill the human need, then we can little bit validate the proof of value that our product has.
Okay. Any another kind of answer? Anything more from anybody? Okay. Now he has answered a little bit. He has gone a little bit further steps. Now I will not move to that concept part here. Now, today's discussion, probably the design thinking, critical thinking, or innovation design is absolutely what you told and what I'm telling at this moment. So that distance will cover. So when you are making that concept, something you have to pay, you have to bear the cost. And when the concept is ready, before that, you have to follow the steps. Probably those steps are most important to validate. Before making one particular prototype, you have to find out that how your idea is validated, is really valuable, whether it is scalable, whether that solution is marketable or not. So that kind of tests you have to follow. So this is something innovation design and design thinking. So when we would be going through the steps in the next 15-20 minutes later, we would be starting the design thinking. Then we would be following these steps, how we can build one prototype. And before that, what are the steps and what is the importance of the steps that we'll be discussing. Okay, now this part I'm coming here. Again, one question, probably open to all. I want good response from this point. So we have 3-4 images. Let's start with the right side, this box. What is that? From the right and right to left will be coming. Yeah.
Desktop.
Okay. Anything else?
Monitor.
Okay. You go back before 2000, before 1990. What is your answer now? Somebody is writing.
The supercomputer.
Sorry?
Supercomputer. Supercomputer.
Okay. Anything else? Any more thoughts? What exactly this product is? It's a revolutionary product. I'm just helping you to think of all these symbols and products, the images are there. Those are very important from the innovation point of view. Probably the 4 images are there. All 4 images, probably we can say disruptive, or probably that is something revolutionary, our next phase of technological revolution started. What is that image? So that is Macintosh. So that Macintosh came into our daily life. Today, when we are talking about desktop or laptop, that was started in 1984. It was started that time with that all-in-one concept, monitor, keyboard. So all the things were there. Along with that, one Motorola chipset was there. And the best part was there. That was the brainchild of Steve Jobs. That was user interface. So that was all in all concept, Macintosh, right, or something, the name was there. So they started this product which was marketable, and anybody can purchase that. So it is retail kind of product. Now, why I am talking this? So this is value proposition. That time IBM was super smart, the big company. Probably IBM should start this business first. They should bring that PC to our life, but did not. Probably this is the value proposition. They thought that we can bring all-in-one concept. Probably IBM brought that time, but it was not all-in-one. And at this moment, when we are using that computers, that is all-in-one. We have everything from writing anything, writing part to visual part. So input to output, everything there. Okay, so this part is over. Now, what is this? What is the value proposition behind this?
Tesla, electric, eco-friendly.
Okay, good. You are just at the point. Probably few words I need to tell. You already told everything. Anything more?
Self-driving.
Sorry?
Self-driving.
Right. You're right. Okay, so Tesla, the company, it is now top 10, probably top 5, or probably the best company we can think of. Because the value proposition they are bringing at this moment, eco-friendly. So when we are all talking about, or probably I have started, that we are going for zero carbon concept. Now that time, eco-friendly vehicles are important. More companies are coming up into this picture. Probably Tesla is the leader. So when they started their business already, Toyota, Honda, the best automobile companies were there in that market. But Tesla brought that business proposition, the innovation or the value proposition, they brought into the picture that something different, and that made them again pioneer. Okay, now I'm coming to these 2 points. Not 1, 2 altogether. What are these? Are you using this?
AI.
Yes, ChatGPT, and another is AI application.
Oh, what is ChatGPT?
Google Birds and ChatGPT.
Yeah, this is Bard and this is ChatGPT. Okay, now again, so what is the value proposition here?
The ChatGPT provides a code, Python code, R code, Julia.
Are you using it?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Did you tell your teacher that you were using it?
No.
Never tell that.
Sorry.
Did that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe they,
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So that's important. Probably this that you told that you are taking help of that coding part. Yes, the Oxford is already starting their syllabus, that they are bringing the ChatGPT and these things into their syllabus. So one professor would be there, that not human professor, that ChatGPT or LLM, we call it LLM based models. So the professor would be LLM based. They will teach them. So this probably started by Oxford, but it will not be very long time that India will catch it. Some of the universities will catch them also. So this is probably one important value proposition, that that AI is now giving good information, processed information that will help you easily to get the knowledge. Now, probably that is disruptive. Not only the coding part, probably in different ways, it is bringing the innovation. It can eradicate the boring work, and it will give you more time to think the valuable or knowledge-based work that will bring more important value to society. Probably that is the value proposition we can think of. Value proposition should be very short, 1 to 2 sentences, not more than that. So all in all, these things are in the market, and they are based on that innovation. Now, I'm going to the next slide. Here, here we will be working with the framework, like what we have discussed so far. It is the innovation part, how the innovation design can be in our system. Now, it should be in a framework. So this is the framework that we are talking about this moment. We are thinking of how this DDT, triple D, or double diamond design framework, that framework will help you. In our next discussion, we will be discussing more about next 2 pictures. That will be more into design thinking part, but here we will be discussing this DDT framework. What is that triple D here? This is the discover, define, develop, and deliver. So these 3 things should be first. Deliver is not at this moment. We are not thinking at this moment. That would be probably that deliver would be completion of design thinking. So in between develop and deliver, design thinking would be coming into the picture. So this image, the next 2 images, would be a part of this bigger framework. Probably that's why this top figure is a little bit bigger, and next 2 figures I have kept it shorter, and I will be discussing more about the this next 2 pictures or images when I will be discussing design thinking. Okay, now we are now thinking of so who is a great thinker? That person is thinking now. So why I'm discussing this this deck and this image is there. The reason is that we are going to the next level of discussion, that is critical thinking. The man is thinking. So critical thinking is in the middle of 3 images. First image, I have discussed what it's all about. Probably I will be discussing more about this when I will be discussing the case. But before that, let me understand that this person who is sitting down, he is thinking that how the critical thinking, or he's thinking so critically that it will help to build the product with these 3 frameworks or these things. He is the middle of that particular development. Okay, now I'm coming to the case. Now we are the second level, that is critical thinking. Now, exactly what is the statement here? So I'm not from this biotech background, but I'm trying to figure it out, one problem set. Probably Dr. Gaurav will appreciate this case. I don't know whether he will appreciate it or not. It's my domain, but I'm trying it. Okay. So this is one problem, glaucoma. So this glaucoma is just blindness, is a leading cause of blindness. It's written there. It's a worldwide problem. And early detection is critical for preventing vision loss. However, traditional glaucoma screening method can be expensive. This is expensive in sense, not by money only, but it is time taking. It takes almost 4 to 5 hours to complete the test. We sometimes call it field test. Even after that, yeah, this is written there, time consuming, expensive and time consuming. And they are often not available in rural. This is important. This is rural and underserved areas. So all the cases, this is, let's say, this is not beyond the city or metro. So that case, how we can, this is the problem statement. When we are thinking of problem statement, you think of that lean canvas that we have already understood. If someone discussed it and you are acquainted with. Now think of this problem statement given to you. But before that, I am asking how the problem statement comes into our picture. Anybody can tell me how the problem statement we develop? What is the way we develop the problem statement? Is it like one fine morning we are sitting down and we are writing this? Or what is the process of writing this problem statement? Can anybody tell me? It's not about, it's probably the part of your learning already learned, or probably when you are doing your business or entrepreneurship, probably you understood this. So what is your comment here? I want to find out what are the comments, or anybody can speak up. How will you find this problem statement? Is it a very sudden process, or one fine morning we will write down this statement, or it's a process? What is your input? This is our problem statement. This is our problem statement, how it was been written.
Sir, if we are facing the problem in our lives, or we have a family member who has this problem, so we delve into the problem, and we come up with the statement and try to solve it for them and other people in the society also.
Exactly, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. So I want to add something. Like the glaucoma is the blindness that will early detection by using AI or machine learning or deep learning things, so that we can detect early. So with the help of those images, like ANN, CNN, so we can detect the early detection of glaucoma. So it can prevent all the people from the rural area for this disease. Thank you.
Okay. I have one point for you, that is, yeah. So when I have asked you the statement, probably you are discussing about, you are not wrong, you were right. In fact, this is good. But what I am pointing out, when we are thinking of innovation, that innovation is related to problem statement that I'm trying to figure out. So this is the problem statement. Here is the problem statement, or you know that somewhere in this figure, the problem statement is there. So first we need to find that what exactly the problem you are going to solve. When you know the problem, then you have something, the idea that, okay, this problem is there with the society or with the system. Then you will find out how you can go for innovation. When the innovation is already identified, then you are going for technology. And that your answer was based on technology, like you told CNN or that deep learning models or AI models, that technology would be augmented with this innovation to bring forth to the market. But my point is that before going this point, so this is again, it's a quite long process. This is by theory, by paper, it's very short, probably take only 5 to 10 minutes to reach there. But for startup, for entrepreneur, as entrepreneur, probably it will take 3-4 weeks to reach there. What exactly the problem? What exactly the innovation you are trying to bring here? Innovation comes, I have pointed out that innovation is the value proposition, the unique proposal you are coming with. So that innovation is related to the problem. So first problem, then what the innovation to solve that, and how that solution is related to technology. That is probably the answer for that. Yeah, some of the someone writing properly, exactly, but identification and prior study related to it. Yes, this is the probably the best fit answer, that when we are writing this problem statement, we have to identify or we have to do the prior study. So there are different processes, different methods to find out what is the prior study and how we can survey into our picture, from our picture, how it is relevant. Yeah, so this is the problem. Okay, I'm coming back. Thank you for good answers and absolute good inputs. Now I'm going to that problem statement that is written over here. It is some of the important points here. So what is the problem statement written? It is expensive, number one. What is the problem? Expensive, time consuming. Then it is a under some areas. So the area is a few areas that is not served well. There we can implement. So market channel, probably that lean canvas, from there you can think of, this is important. But for us, most important that expensive and time consuming. So these 2 points are very important for us to bring the innovation here. So how we can reduce the time. Second, how we can make it cheaper. Now I'm giving you the next 1 minute time. This is very important understanding. The innovation is very easy word. It's a very easy word. It's very easy to pronounce. It's very easy to write down, but it's very hard to bring into our system. Why I'm telling this? You understand that Tesla, it took a long time. It was very risky. And who has built that? He is now the #1 person. So that particular, my point is that innovation is not so easy to bring into our system. So where is the problem? So where is the problem with the innovation? Probably that is the next topic I'm thinking of. My discussion point is here. Just read this quotation and tell me who told this. Don't type into the Google. If you know, just try. This is very, very, very highlighted quotation. Who told this? Or whose quotation is this? Nobody? Anybody writing? Just write down over there. Oh, already got the answer. Superb. Brilliant minds. Perfect. Einstein. So what is the crux of this quotation? Why I am waiting for the answers to know and to understand this quotation. So when we are developing any product in our startup, in our business, when we are doing the time, we are very much, it is time consuming. We have to build our product. Somebody already answered a few minutes back, we have to build one prototype. Exactly. That is our intention. So that's very easy to build. probably you can build any day, any prototype. If it is software based, you can write some codes and you can build that product. But is it that enough to make the business? So you think of from the business point of view. So my point here, if you have given 1 hour time, so 11 by 12, almost 90% time you invest into the design process, build that lean canvas, build the innovation, the design, how you are innovating, how you can bring the value, how you can create the prototype. Most important, how it is relevant to this. So this is something, now I'm coming. This innovation to technology is the most easiest part. Probably being one person I am the person who spent most of my time for technology. And after that, what is my realization? And probably the sentence I'm going to tell you, it's not my own understanding. It is something the best persons or the who are the leading leaders in this market, they told this is the easiest part of the making product. Most difficult part is this. So I am pointing it 1. Then I'm next going to the second part here. That is 2. What is that? Business. So when you are making the product, when you are making the POC, that time, the important part is you connect with the people. Probably that innovation design that I was discussing for last almost 40 minutes. I was discussing this, that how human and business would be connected to innovation. It's not about the technology. Technology is the part, it is easier in comparison to the 3 points. So I can rank it 3. But I am ranking number 1, how you can connect with the human, the society. When you will connect this, probably the 2 important parts of the product that you are developing would be built. That is how it is usable and how it is valuable. When you are connecting with the technology, that time the possibility is 1 point. That is something harder, and that possibility you can verify. You can validate that, okay, my innovation can be in a product through this technology. Just like somebody told, I will be using AI, CNN, deep learning models, and those innovation can be built into a perfect product, right? So that possibility. So is it possible? So what is the possible, the meaning here? If I tell that, okay, I can make a colony over the sky, is it possible or not possible? Probably that we can judge here. Probably for this glaucoma problem, probably what we are building now through the mobile, is it possible or not possible? We can say, okay, this is possible. That we can validate. Yeah. Yeah, please go ahead. Somebody raised your hand. Or was it something by mistake? Okay, no issue. Shall I wait for your question? Okay. Now, the next part is like the business viability. So when we are talking about this business viability, we'll be more about the finance, cash flow, and how it is benefit to your business. This is also the second hardest part. Why I'm writing the second in rank. The reason is that when you are maybe engineer, maybe you are technologist, maybe you are in a company founder. So all the cases, you are dependent to money. And when it is dependent to money, if you have your own money, then you have to decide yourself, okay, I am doing this business. How much cost I need to bear for making this POC? And after making the POC, how much money I can bring into my table. So that viability probably you have to think of. If you are dependent, if you have already funded by someone, then you have to convince him, the person or management, or for bigger case, the board members, that how your product is viable from the business point of view. That's why it is second point. First point, connecting to people. Second point, the business viability. Yeah. Any question here? It is very important. If you understand this part, probably that is the first part of the entrepreneurship or product building. So when I think of making any product, whether it is AI based or non-AI based, but this important 3 points, if you can control, if you can manage, if you can think of, then you are done. Okay, now we know that design framework, the DDD framework. Now let me think of how those or how that particular framework could be useful for our case. So here we would be, I'm not going into the in-depth of that particular case, that how it could be, what is the result of this, but what is important to us, that identify the key issue. We already marked that. When I was discussing about the problem statement, I have marked the key issues like expense or the cost of acquisition of the product. Next, time. So these key issues you are identifying. Here you can say that understanding the needs of the users. So really users are, so when you are understanding the needs of the user, you are connecting to the people or connecting to the user. Here, you are connecting to the point 1, connecting to the human. So that is something you can think of here, identify the key issues. What are we doing here? So what I am discussing at this moment, we are trying to verify that what the problem statement we are writing or we are drawing, is it really viable? We must verify that. So this is the verification part. Next, we have to explore different solutions. Maybe someone is thinking that we can build one product that is based on AI, and that product is something we can make this kind of product. Let's say this is a special kind of design. Here is the lens, and here is the hand holding part. So I am holding it, this is lens, and I am designing this product. Someone is telling that, okay, so this is different, exploring different solutions. Somebody telling, okay, no, this design is not good at all, it's expensive. What I'll do, I have the mobile already. I have the mobile. What I'll do, I will bring one app. That is enough for me to build this product. So what is the better one? Somebody is telling it, this is better, this is cheaper, easy to purchase the app, probably 1,000 rupees for 5 years. That would be enough for us to get money. And that person can easily buy 1,000 for 5 years. So 200 per year. So they cannot afford. Probably this would be 10,000, 10K price. It would be costly. Okay. Another person is telling, no, this is not good. This is good. The reason is that the accuracy of the AI or accuracy of the lens would be better here. And that we need to think of exactly, that accuracy, the quality. It's not about the price. So these kind of multiple solutions you have to think of. You got the idea. You have that idea right now. You identified idea. Next, you are coming to communicating the idea. Now you have the document. You have the precise images. We call it architecture. Sometimes, or the most of the times, we work with this architecture. this architecture design would be very much helpful to communicate with the other business team members who are experts. Let's say for this, doctors are very important, or the persons like Dr. Gaurav Kumar is there. So I am thinking of, okay, I need to bring this product to him to identify whether it is good or bad. So he is expert into this subject. So I need to connect him. I need to tell him that my idea, I have to communicate it, and I have to get the feedback. So this is that third part. Next, this architecture design is there, but we have to find the best design. That design is something here, this design and our critical thinking or innovation design is not same. This innovation design is something virtual that I am discussing at this moment. And sometimes design is different in the perspective of, like, this is the product design, like how the product will look like. So this is something different design. So this is design like this is the shape of the product, and this is the shape of the product. So that design I'm talking about, this fourth point. Yeah. Okay, I was talking for a long time. So any question? Something you want to write down? You want to discuss about your product, about your concept, anything for next 2 minutes?
So dear participant, if you have query, please unmute yourself and use the expertise of Partha sir.
Sir.
Yeah, I'm there.
Yes, sir. So, sir, I am clear what you have discussed till now. But, sir, few days back, I presented to project about what I am planning to do in further as my entrepreneurship. That is, sir, AI-based models. That is, one is algo trading, and another is early detection by using machine AI, brain tumor and all. So, sir, Dr. Shankar sir told me that I have to talk with you because we have much exposure or experience in this particular field. So I would like to, sir, connect over LinkedIn, and when you get a time, please text me. And also, I want to meet you, sir, in Bangalore, or I want to discuss about my idea over phone, sir. So it will be very helpful for me if you give me a small time. Thank you, sir.
Always welcome. Yeah. Anytime you come, you can discuss about this. I have that a little bit exposure into that field, algo trading. I will try to help you out.
Thank you, sir.
Anything else from anybody about anything in that question here? What is exactly the innovation design? That framework is, especially I'm talking about the framework, how the framework is helping us. So that any questions so far? Okay, now I'm going to the next point. Probably this is not new. The same double diamond design framework, how we are using it. Now this is probably the same case that we have started. I am a little bit going through that process, how I am doing it. Probably this is good for you, that you can relate your case. You can relate your product development through the same process. Yes, you can connect anytime for your product to make this process, how you can make one use case for you, how you can create the same framework for you. Probably I can help you out. Now, for this case, the glaucoma, again, how the discover phase. So we have 4 Ds, most important 3 Ds are there, discover. So in this discover phase, we will be defining the problem. This involves creating a clear and concise problem statement and identifies the need of the key stakeholders. Now, we know that particular problem we have written down, we know that problem, but you have to verify that. So during this discover phase will help you out to define the problem exactly that you can solve. Now, problem is that you have bigger problem. You have limited amount of fund. So you cannot solve everything. You have to find out which problem is exactly needed to solve, and that would be viable from the business point of view, from technology point of view. And for that, you have to continuously redefine the problem, or filtering the problem that should be best for that. Let's say you are very near to let's say Delhi, or you are near to Bangalore. So based on that particular startup environment, you have to find out that which problem would be more suitable to you to get that solution. Okay, I'm not talking much about this. Probably you understood this problem. Anytime if you are not understanding, just note down. Rather, I am just making it a little bit faster. Define. Now, when you are defining this, so discover and define, and next will be developing. I'm not going to developing at this point, but define. So develop and define. It's a very short distance, but for us, it would be a very long distance. That create a prototype. When we would be writing here, that creating a prototype, I already discussed, it's something time taking. For this use case, you have to think of that you have to use the machine learning, deep learning kind of thing to apply to your smart camera. It's not so easy. Which machine learning model you need to develop, or which architecture do you need to develop? So these things you continuously have to think of. So that is prototype. So before that, so when develop to define, we would be undergoing one step, that is design thinking. So I will be coming to design thinking to understand, to link between develop and define, sorry, discover and define. So when this thing would be completed by design thinking, then we will be going to the next, then we'll be going to the develop part. But develop part would be something not in this discussion. So I would be discussing more about design thinking to cover the discover and define. I think the discover and define of the double diamond design framework is already clear, or you have something, to ask. I'm giving you, let's say 20 seconds time. I'm pausing here. Okay. Now, so we have the clear problem statement. Now we have what is the innovation, the lean canvas. Think of lean canvas or BMC, the canvas you think of. So you have the problem statement, you have what the innovation you want to bring here. So what is the innovation? AI-based glaucoma screening tools on smartphone-based cameras offer a promising alternative to traditional methods. What is that innovation here? The innovation here, you have the camera, just bring that. Next, or you bring the lens. Cost is less here, probably 1/10 or 1/20th, probably 5% of the cost of acquisition. Next, it is very quick process. It's not like that field method that we do 8 hours, 6 hours, 5 hours time. It's not taking that. Maybe it will be taking only 30 minutes time to get the result. So that is innovation. Now this innovation will solve your problem. Now this is about innovation design. Probably this is the completion of innovation design, and you understood the critical thinking. So when we are thinking about this innovation, the person who is sitting down here is thinking. He was continuously thinking for the last 30 minutes, and that's critical thinking. So his thought is effective to get one innovation for that problem statement we have discussed. Okay, now I'm going to the next slide. Technology. Yeah. So what is the technology we are bringing here? Technology here, we are thinking that AI-based glaucoma screening tools on smartphone-based cameras offering promising alternative to traditional methods. These tools use deep learning algorithms. Okay, now here the technology. I told in our rank connecting human is the first. Second, business viability. Third, technology. Technology is the less critical. So what we are doing now, after getting the innovation, we are now thinking of which technology will help us. So we thought, okay, let's start with deep learning algorithm. And next we will be thinking of, okay, what exactly that deep learning algorithm will help, what exactly we need to solve. So we would be thinking of carb to disk ratio. So this is probably one medical term. Probably this thing, I don't know. So that's why I was connected to some of the great experts. They helped me. Okay, if you can solve this problem, that would be innovation. And that innovation you can solve. And then you being technologist, you are thinking, okay, I would be using the deep learning and I can bring the innovation. So this is innovation. So this innovation is linked to technology. Now I am coming to this. This is very important now. Again, what I told, this is rank 3. This is, what is the rank here? What is the rank? This is 3, this is 1, and this is 2. So when you have the deep learning solution, you know that, okay, I have the solution. I use the deep learning. I will get the solution, carb to disk ratio. So those medical terms are there. So that we will be solving. So we know the desire here, and that is probably the toughest part. So we understand. Now we understood that technology is there. So this is also done. So this is right done. So now we will think of these 2 points. That's those 2 points, 1 and 2. Probably the next part. From here, the critical thinking already started, but now we are going to design thinking. And this design thinking will mostly handle 1 and 2. Is it clear? We will be handling 1 and 2, not very much about 3. 3 is just needed to make the prototype. 3 is needed to make the prototype. What exactly so far we have discussed in our innovation design? I'm just briefing up. I'll give you another 1 minute time to discuss, to ask any question. So we know the discover. We have that double diamond kind of the framework. We have the framework. There we have we have discovered. We have the problem. We have that defined. Now these 2, discover and define. So these 2 points there, in between, we would be discussing this design thinking. So this design thinking would be in between this process, discover and define. When we would be discovering and defining, then we would be getting one prototype. By this defining process, we would be getting one prototype. So next part is that we would be going through the process of making a prototype or making a POC. Sometimes call it proof of concept. So that would be the next minute I will be discussing. Before that, anything? Anyone want to ask me something about your product, about your any issue or any question so far?
No question. So if you have any query, you can ask, unmute yourself, be interactive during the session.
Okay. Now, critical thinking. So we have 30 minutes left. Yeah. So what we'll do, next 2 important points. Critical thinking is almost done here. We will be going to design thinking. Before that, we would be we'll be discussing about what is exactly the critical thinking. How to become critical thinker. Probably that is one question. Anybody can answer that? How we can become critical thinker? like how we can become something else. We can metamorph ourselves. What is the process?
So initially,
It is the
sir, we
problem.
have to.
Yeah. Someone was telling. Please go ahead.
Yeah, it's the process of the problem we face, and we can connect the problem with empathetically, or we take the informations about a problem from different secondary sources and make a case study and trying to enter into the foray of solving the problem. An entrepreneur only can think differently, critically. Either he faced or his family has faced any problem in that area. Like Imran Khan had a problem of his mother went to cancer. He died in a cancer. So when he won the World Cup for Pakistan, he put that problem of cancer treatment in Pakistan and opened the cancer hospitals, okay, with a lot of innovations in medical treatment. So like that, the problem, adversity in opportunity, and necessity is the mother of invention. When you face it, then you can design and develop with empathetically.
Right. So here probably I just going back a little bit, exactly Dr. Sankar Mukherjee told rightly, the person who is sitting there, he's thinking. So we've always been attentive. It's a problem, the person who felt about the cancer issue, probably he was so thoughtful to get the best answer, the best solution. So this is not just like 1 minute process or 2 minute discussion. It's always a problem of the chain process that should be always with the development, with the entrepreneurship from the beginning to end. Yeah, someone also trying to. Yeah, most important part of the critical thinking, that we are all critical thinker. That is the most important part that I want to bring into this picture. We are critical thinkers. Sometimes we are not very much structured. We don't know how to make it documented. We don't know how to make it enabled or embedded with our product. So when we can bring that documentation or that process into our product, probably that is the first process of success. Here, it's not like that finding the flaws or the faults. It's about creative, reflective, adaptive. So that those three things, or probably many more things are there that is related to us. That is something critical thinking. Someone written that out of box. Someone written the out of box. We can, when we think out of box, yes, out of box is one process. Just it's very much important for innovation, and exactly the critical thinking and innovation. It's very much coupled, that we understood so far. Now another point is that a data-driven process. Now, when we are thinking of this critical thinker, how they are thinking, how we can critically think if we don't have that evidence, if we don't have that data. So that is something in that design thinking, we will always rely on that input from the users. We will try to connect human. Human will give us the feedback, and that would be the data. And based on that data, we would be taking the decision that how we are making the next level of innovation. Yeah, connecting the dots, absolutely. Someone written connecting the dots. Yes, that is something here. The critical thinker is probably Steve Jobs, or a great critical thinker, because he knows how to, or he was the best person put into account all these dots and made that fabulous product. Okay, now when we are thinking of this critical thinking, probably before going to the next slide of design thinking, or next part, last part, this one framework again will help us to, just like we found the framework for innovation design. So Bloom's taxonomy is something, another framework that will help us to document, to figure out how the critical thinking can be in a documented process, which can help for making the product. Now, how we can do that? Okay, I'm coming back the problem statement, our use case. What was the use case? One, glaucoma, solving a product, AI product that could solve our glaucoma issues. We know the problem, we know the innovation. What is the innovation we are bringing here? Now, the next step, we are using the taxonomy framework, Bloom's taxonomy framework, that would be critical thinking, how we are writing down. So first, we will be going for knowledge. What the things around that, that particular problem or glaucoma, what kind of issues are there. So we'll try to gather the knowledge about that. Probably we don't have much knowledge about the issue, how the glaucoma patient, what is the tenure, that fast detection of the glaucoma and blindness. So how that particular 2 points are connected, what is the timeline, what are the other issues, what like diabetics patient, are they very much prone to glaucoma? So that kind of knowledge we need to gather. Next, comprehension. So these are the notes that these are not absolutely the hard rule or steps to follow for critical thinking, but for this use case, these steps are being considered that, okay, this is the knowledge first, then go for comprehension, and then we will go for the next 4 steps, application, how that taxonomy is being applied here, what kind of prototype we can design, what kind of application we can bring into our picture for this business problem, how we can make it. So that all done. Now, data-driven decision. For data-driven decision, we need analysis. What kind of analysis we need here? Probably that is something we can analyze using our tools, or maybe just one pen and paper would be enough to analyze at a very basic level. So this analysis is not like we have to do so many things, so many sophisticated tools needed for this. Just pen and paper to analyze what is exactly so far you have gathered, what kind of application or steps you have followed. Next, go for insight, getting the insight, find the insight. And last stage, evaluation. Evaluate what exactly the result of it. Are we really good? Are we really good to bring that product, that innovation, like deep learning product? We thought, okay, deep learning product is something that will give, that architecture will give us the best result to solve the problem. You evaluate it. All the process, all the things, steps are there with you, evaluate. So this is something done here for this use case. Okay, now, so innovation design and critical thinking, 2 steps are over. Now, next 20 minutes, I will be discussing, or probably next 10 minutes, I will be discussing about the design thinking part, how the design thinking would be coming into this case, the use case that we have discussed. Before that, any question for your product, for your the discussion so far we did? Anything from this aspect, or from any perspective? You can go ahead, raise your hand. I'm taking again 30 seconds gap. Okay, so let's start with the design thinking.
Am I audible to you? Am I audible?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible.
Today I was attending a session in my institute with the general manager operations and purchase, the India head with Biocon, and also in online Kiran Majumdar saw. She came in our session and she was sharing about a new design thinking and critical thinking of a product innovations. They have already tied up with one fintech firm in Europe in here of making converting pain into a thermometer and capturing informations. Right now, they have innovate and design. Many companies have designed insulin injector like a pen. Work under the aspect of IoT, Internet of Things, and analytical thing of understanding human body temperature in different moments. Even there is no 99 degrees Celsius temperature as captured, but there is a chance of blood flowing so fast under this normal temperature. A predictable analysis under design thinking that at 99 degrees Celsius, we don't consider you have a fever, normal temperature, but there is a chance of blood cancer in tomorrow. So that predictive analysis, I was amazed to see the kind of information technologies and healthcare related things are heading towards in which direction in connecting with design thinking and critical thinking and then making the roads. Google Calico company they formed, they are already started capturing information of traveling time a blood takes inside our body from heart to enter organ of the body, and that helps them to predict the future fatal disease, like particularly in blood cancer. So I think, Partha, where we are heading in parts of digital thinking and critical thinking, creating a design under the aspect of innovation is amazing. So that's, I just like to share with all the audience and all of you.
You are right. Even another aspect that you were telling, so probably that I am thinking at this moment when you are talking about that blood flow in our body, probably that is a very sensitive information. Probably this is also coming into our design thinking, the next level that probably AI design. Sometimes we discussed also with you, that is the responsible AI design or trustable AI design. When we are when we are thinking of that blood flow of a person that could be manipulated, so we should design an AI product such a way that it should help us to be that information should be private. It should not be flown to everyone. It should be very much in a captive way, and that process of design is also, we can call it trustable design process. So this is also one framework probably we discussed sometimes last week or previous week. This is very important innovation coming into our design process also.
There is that. That's why we wrote a paper. That's why you're talking about our research on the trustable AI. That's a all of the audience. There are 26 participants till now. I would like to share very important information Partha and insightful Gaurav sir and Partha is saying. Gaurav sir also working in this area, so Gaurav sir can give more throughputs. He is the professor of this field, so more inputs. How data are completely transforming. What Partha's aspect is an ethical part. It's which I shared yesterday in designing thinking in my speech that yes, India is a country where everything can be manipulated, and I'm really I'm worried much more area of the trustable AI aspect what Partha is saying. what kind of data we are capturing, how we can synthesize and stimulate the data for predictive medical treatment. Tomorrow, there can be a possibility that everybody start getting the information, I am have a cancer in future, so let's operate that thing. Let's spend huge amount of money on that. And this is our compliance and regulatory framework need to be done. Which is if the Angelina Jolie case, if I say mastectomy, if it comes to India and everybody is predicting that there is a cancer because so that's predictive analysis say that you have a carcinoma tomorrow, and then everything seems to be changed. That's a very worrisome part. Over to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so it was a nice talk. Probably we don't have any question at this moment. So let me move to the last part of the discussion, and that is design thinking. Now, I'm just recapping. The design thinking is not about the technology that would bring our product to the market. We told that particular three Venn diagrams, three circles. Out of that, probably business and connecting to the human. Probably these two things are very important that we have found into our last minute discussion. Now I'm coming to the next part, probably how design thinking can bring into point 1 and point 2, that is business viability and human connectivity. So connectivity, that two things, how we can bring into our product. Now here it's a very, very thoughtful kind of image. Here, one board, this is one board, and different members of there, think of someone is CEO, someone is CTO, someone is CMO, so the chief CXO officers there. And now you are also one engineer, so you are just put into the table and you are worried to bring that, okay, this is my innovation. I am going to replace that glaucoma, that our use case, the glaucoma product by our mobile. So that time, what exactly think of? This is something, the first slide or first image is telling that first part of the image. To survive, you must create disruptive innovations that redefine the market. So he is telling that innovation that redefine the market. Just like a few minutes back, Dr. Shankar was talking about those, the pain can be converted into one thermometer or that kind of adaptive tool. Now think of that redefining the market. Now, second slide, second part, what is being discussed here? Does that mean that same thing as sell things that people want? So what we understand, that connecting the people, connect the human, what they want, we need to sell. So middle person is telling that, okay, there is one big difference. Well, what is the big difference? If it is difference, then is it not connected to the human? Now the third slide is giving a better result. You only get paid if you say it in a funny way. I like to think I am disruptively innovative. Now, the first ones that you have to make it funny way. So this is something, the product, and you have to think such a way that you have to connect to the people. This is the hardest part of product development that you are developing. Probably every day, one software engineer creating one code with a dream that he can make one good website or good product, digital product. But next day, he fails. What is the reason of that fail? Probably when we are almost the audience is there, good number of audience there. Some of them are regularly thinking, I can bring one image, I can bring one dream, I can create one product, but we cannot reach to the market. We fail to connect to the market. Now, this is the second slide. Probably this will give you that what exactly the meaning of that first. What I am discussing at this moment. So this is very meaningful. Tesla, was it really something? It was not like that. Sell things what people want. Was it that kind of product? People was really looking for that product. People was very much happy with the BMW, Mercedes-Benz, or best class of the costly car. They were very much happy. Suddenly Tesla came into the picture. They started telling about, oh no, don't go for that. Go for something eco-friendly. So certain business proposition came into the scene in the society. They started in a different value proposition. Probably that is something important. Even the ChatGPT or BART, we never thought of that. Probably we never tried to find out anything there in the market. We never searched, but suddenly those are part and parcel of our life. So this is something I'm telling about, that when you are connecting to the human, don't be so augmented that what they are looking, what they are trying to find, it's more about finding the point of view of the human. Okay, that I will be sharing that particular use case that we have at this moment. I'll be discussing more about that, what exactly the point of view that we can find out during the design thinking process. Okay, now this is known to us. So innovation design, we understood this point. Critical thinking, we know this point, and design thinking, the three things, how they are connected. A little bit better picture we are understanding better at this moment. Now, this is next part of the design thinking, that 5 circles are there: empathy, define, ideate, prototype, and test. So when it is prototype, we know from the innovation design point of view, discovery to defining, discovery to define, and then deliver. Discover, define, deliver. So this entire design process is this is also embedded with these 5 circles. So that is written over here. But one mistake. What is the mistake here? When we are talking about this, there is one mistake. When we are thinking about this, that the empathy, define, ideate, prototype, test, one mistake we already did. What is that mistake? Anybody? Okay, now the mistake is that it is not straight line. It should not be linear. It should be circular. So when you are understanding the empathy, when you are understanding the point of view of the user, it's not just a single line. It should not start here. It should not end here. It should be start from any point. So to and fro. So this we keep in mind. Always we have to define the problem. We have to define the problem. We have to get the solution, but we have to validate every time through this circular process. Sometimes when we are thinking, maybe that is wrong. Probably that could be modified. That could improve our process.
Partha, can I ask one question?
Yeah.
Can you move to the slide? From empathy to taste, we need to see is a circular way, not a linear way. But from taste to empathy, can we go?
Exactly.
How?
We need to go. So it's like taste to empathy. This is connected. I'm now looking into this picture. So your point is that empathy, this already done probably. So you got the empathy, the problem statement is fixed, you have the solution, you have tested it. Suddenly you found, okay, in this Bangalore, probably glaucoma is not a big problem. The problem is that the timing is the problem. Here people are so busy, probably that we need to think of that how we can reduce that. Probably we need to create one van where we can put these tools and we can move from one place to another place. So probably that will help you find out a good insight and you can change your problem statement. So directly this is interacting now. Test and empathy.
Okay, very nicely, simple way you have make it understand. Thank you. Okay, so the time is a problem in Bangalore. So people cannot go to the center to examine their eyes. And that's why glaucoma is a pressure of the eyes, inside the eyes. So if you don't go to doctors regularly, it cannot be detected. And a lack of timings in Bangalore, all the corporate people that don't get time. That's the reason you meant to say that. That's the reason treatments are there, but time, people are not going on time to the doctors.
Exactly.
So if I change the model, then it will go. Very good. Nicely said. Very good.
My pleasure. Okay, any interesting question? It's absolutely nice question. So next go to that one fun. Let's go for this fun for 1 minute. We have less time for this. Okay, I'm skipping at this moment. We don't have time for fun. Okay, now so what is the feel here? So this is very important part of validation. When we are thinking the design process, we have to go to the market. We have to go to the road. So what the image is telling us. Design thinking, that image is telling that it's not the desk work. It's not about thinking only. We have to validate. We have to go to the road. We have to ask the people. That lady with one paper at hand, she's asking. He's getting the point of view. What exactly the problem you are facing. Now, in the next slide, we'll find that it is a very critical way to find this issue. Okay, now I'm jumping to this point. It's a very important, finding the user need and insight. I will be coming back to our use case, that glaucoma, but before that, I'm taking another short, important use case. It's based on the food, healthy food. Now, what is the user? Teenager. Now, how I am relating that particular image, that lady on the road, she was asking the person about the problem. She is trying to get one point of view about the product. So here is the product, healthy food. What is the user? Teenager. What is the insight? Certain nutrients are necessary for physical and cognitive health and development. Okay, so this is something we are going to ask. We asked, we got the answer. That is something we conceive. Okay, this is our this should be. So this is the user input, feedback should be. But the problem is that this is the specialty with that picture. When the person writing down the point of view, they got different picture. One user, 9th grade girl at a new school. She's very specific. She was telling to feel socially accepted while eating healthy food. Deep need, that is her, not ours. So she is telling something different picture. This is a surprising fact that we are revealing through this point of view. So this we need to find out. Exactly, this is the point that design thinking is getting its age, and that is important when we are developing our product. So what we are getting here, to feel socially accepted while eating healthy food. Probably this you can relate with our Tesla example, or in India, the electrical vehicle, EV, that is catching up. That is same reason probably. You know that for the EV, the price usually goes 30 to 40% extra in comparison to petrol or diesel car. If you purchase 12 lakhs car, that same quality car with the EV, it would be around 18 to 20 lakhs. But people are purchasing it. What is exactly? Why they are paying a lot, almost 30 to 40% for the EV? So that is deep need, probably that can correlate with this. So they are telling, I am carbon-free person. I'm a person that I'm using less carbon. I have the less footprint, carbon footprint. Probably they are trying to say I am smart, I am something different, I am conscious. I am conscious to social conscious person.
So I have a question here. So in that scenario, it is assuming about Indian market, because everybody thinks about Indian market and Asian market particularly, it's a cost sensitive market. So my insights say no, India is transforming from cost sensitive market to value sensitive market. India is transforming from consumer behavior of cost concern consumer behavior to environmental concern consumer behavior. They're ready to pay more in order to protect the environment and sustainability. Am I right?
Absolutely. This is the point. Exactly. This is already happening in India. So that's why that many companies are coming up with EV cars. Probably 2-3 years back when the corona was there, before corona in India, the percentage of the car sales were not so much, but now the percentage is continuously going up. Absolutely. This is the right point.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the point of view. So my point is that when you are thinking about this image, this is important part, that when this image is giving us the result, that critical thinking, we have to verify, we have to find out the exact problem or point of view of the user. Maybe that is something different than what we are thinking. It's not the need that healthy food, it's the need is something different. It's a social acceptability. So the need is something changed, and that need will hit our problem statement. We can change the problem statement differently. So we will try to figure out, okay, the barista coffee, maybe it is 300 rupees per cup, but many people are trying to taste it because it's not about the taste, it's about the memory. So that need you have to, the point of view you have to pluck from the users. Probably that is the best part of the design thinking. I'm not going much details of this, the time is issue. If you want to go for your product to make it, to enable this design thinking, connect me. This design thinking is mostly connected to the 2 points. Number 1, it is a business viability, and number 2, that is human connection. So it's not about that technology. Technology is just a third point that we can bring anytime, but our discussion today is how we have connected to human, how we are connected to the business perspective. That's all, probably. I have nothing more, any discussion, any question from your side, or we will finish off.
I think participants get very deep knowledge about the design thinking, critical thinking, and innovation design, such an elaborative lecture, sir. So, dear participant, you are welcome to unmute yourself and clear your doubt with the Partha sensor. So, you can unmute yourself. If you have any query, you can ask.
I will pledge to the participant. It's a wonderful area, and the resource person is practically working, is doing research and applications. Partha and I know Partha, okay, for last 13-14 years.
Yes, sir.
And
actually, I think participants do not know Partha and about the Partha sir. So the presence of him, we are very fortunate that he has spare some time to teach you all, because he is very busy schedule, and I am very grateful that Shankar sir has provided me opportunity to connect with the Partha sir. So
thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Continue, Shankar sir. Yes, sir.
We are. This is a opportunity for all participants.
Yes,
whosoever. Arindam Mukherjee is there, I think, in the participant level. He has developed some area of, in the last day, he participated, Gaurav sir, on algorithm-based trading. And he's another IoT-based model. You remember he presented. So yes, I'm asking Arindam, if you have any doubt of design thinking, critical thinking of the model, you can clarify from part.
Yeah,
Arindam Mukherjee is there.
We have discussed once.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Arindam, can you ask any questions that you had some doubt about that to Partha of your model of algo trade and others, IoT based?
Oh, sir, I prepared the presentation, and also I get the permission from the Partha sir that I will further talk him over call or LinkedIn. So till now I have clear all the concepts regarding design thinking, how we can think, and what are the step by step we can build the product. And some things are there, sir, which I try to ask him in personally with him, with along with you, sir. So I can at that time I can speak, explore my what are the thinking I have. I can explain very well, sir.
Okay, thank you. Sweta Kumari would like to ask any questions. She has put it thanks. So can you have any questions? You can ask other participant. I am telling you because I am working right now in design thinking, critical thinking in my own entrepreneurship with Partha, taking help from Partha and taking expertise of Partha. And Partha also working. I know is working most intensively in this area, design critical thinking. As an entrepreneur, you don't know Partha, he's also a big entrepreneur. Apart from he's an evangelist of AI, one of the top AI engineers in the world in ranking. So it's a golden opportunity for all of you because AI is going to sweep away. Yes, in everything. So you can ask any questions related. Partha is ready. He has taken his very busy schedule from US and is participating. So as per Gaurav sir, please take this opportunity to ask any questions related that.
If you have any AI related point, you are developing your product, just connect any one of us. I will be very happy to help you to give any advice that how you are making your AI enabled product. Yeah, I'm always with you all. That's probably the best part that India can go ahead with this entrepreneurship approach. And thanks to all of you. Probably
Yes.
The best part is that Gaurav sir, you are doing a good initiative you are considering, and this entrepreneurship journey is
Yes,
not
sir.
so
We
easy.
will utilize your expertise in the on the lecture on day 17th of this TEDP, that is 24th of July. Your the second lecture has been scheduled, sir, on TRL, MRL, IRL, and tech transfer. So a participant will get elaborated lecture to understand the level of technology readiness level. So we are very grateful, sir.
Thank you. Thanks everyone. Goodbye. Good day.
Sir, I would like to request Shankar Mukherjee, sir, kindly felicitate our speaker with a digital memento.
Okay, thank you. You are a Partha. Thank you, Gaurav sir, for giving such opportunity. Partha, on behalf of Institute Innovation Council, Galgoti University, and this initiative of Galgoti University as well as Ministry of Science, we would like to give a token of appreciation digitally because you are a digital man. So it's better to connect with you digitally. So giving this memento for taking your time, very busy schedule, and invested, cultivated our mind, ignites our mind, rekindle the joy of understanding the design thinking and critical thinking. I know your expertise in this area. So we hope that our associations will cherished in future also. And thank you for your time that you invested and rekindle us. Thank you, Partha.
Wonderful talking to you all, and thank you for everything.
And I would like to put my last additions about Gaurav sir also here and all the participants. This is the platform where Gaurav sir connect the creative minds. And this is one of the platform where entrepreneur, you have an enormous and abundance opportunity to reconnect yourself with the most creative minds and with the evangelist, I will say. So take this opportunity. Partha has another sessions also in future also. And I really get my heartfelt thanks to Gaurav Kumar to organize such a beautiful events, such a mind-boggling, I will say, events connecting with
support,
all.
I cannot do, sir. Without your support, I cannot do.
Yes, sir.
Partha,
I want to add.
Yes,
sir. I want to add some. Hello.
Yes, please.
Yes, sir. I want to add some things, sir. Like when I register the this program, I just go through the syllabus, and that time I realized that one of the best curriculum I have ever seen, because I have feel that, sir, this is the advanced management program, sir. Because I am very much I am very much searching all the management courses over the internet, and I have found that very high quality syllabus is that, like kind of sir, advanced management program in like Harvard, Stanford. They also provide 4 weeks in campus or on campus programs. So this syllabus is, sir, kind of this syllabus has, sir, everything here. Like one can learn legal aspect, marketing, finance, balance sheet, everything, sir. Human resource. Thank you. Even AI, sir, AI, the most booming field of today's Gaurav, sir.
So without your active participation, the event cannot be successful. So I am very grateful to all participants also. Thank you,
Gaurav,
sir.
sir, it is not important that I am here. It's important that that entrepreneurs are listening.
Yes, sir. Yes.
That's the most important, that India is changing. Probably we are something, the next generation, something G or before that, but these people are generation Z, something different.
If after attending this program, if 2 entrepreneurs will be developed, then the event will be more successful.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, I just come out from another events of entrepreneurship in Bangalore just now. I just sharing with that, connecting by Partha and Gaurav sir, and please listen all the participants. Now, you know, the person came from Biocon. He was telling that we are amazed. Okay, that earlier there was a person came just now. I met with. He has developed B2B entrepreneurship in digital space. His venture name is Yan, Y-A-R-N, Yan Bajar. He's a Shark tanker. He is a Shark. Okay. So he came, he spoke to me just now in my institution. He came to encourage entrepreneur just now. And he was telling that he's just like 35, 36 years. Okay. That his father, what he was sharing, when he trying to understand, he went to Shark Tank to present his prototype. His father locked the room so that he should not attend in Shark Tank. It's very conservative family. They don't want their son and daughter should do something differently in entrepreneur. He wants his son, Pratik. His name is Pratik. He's a very famous Shark Tanker. So he's telling his father want to invest in his own family business. His father was afraid that if he moves from his idea, he will go to Shark Tank, and if he present the idea, if they provide fund, he will move from his family business. And even he's saying, my father don't speak with me in a normal way. He's from Noida or some part of the UPs also. Okay, Pratik, you can search him, you can connect him. Yan Bajar is very famous now. Okay, he's now recently he accumulated 4,000 crores of that committed funds. Now, look at that. He was telling, and everyone was telling, and what I am assuming, India is changing very fast in terms of entrepreneurship psychology, in terms of in terms of cognitive behavior. So, how many in family business to make it say 100 crores? Earlier, it was a wild dream, Partha and Gaurav sir, for last 10 years and 15 years back also. Now, within 5 years, there are unicorn, or they're making 2 unicorns. Look at the speed, look at the space. So for all participants, India's future is in your hand. And you are taking it in the right directions. I'm very hopeful that we are going to touch $1 trillion economy to US very fast with this entrepreneur ecosystem. And Gaurav sir will remain as an agent in this case also, and Galgote University too. Thank you.
Rightly said. Absolutely. We want to look into that picture from you, Gaurav sir.
Yes, thank you so much.
Okay, nice talk. Thank you, Dr.
Thank you.
Nice day. I have to leave now.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay,
Thank you, Shankar sir.
Thank you to all.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you to all.